Hi, I'm Felicia Jadczak, and I'm running for election as your Precinct 2 City Councilor. I'm a small business owner, and I have an MBA and a Master's in Information Systems. I'm also a biracial, disabled woman of color. I'm married, I'm a cat parent, and I'm an artist. My husband and I moved to Easthampton in 2021. We didn't know anyone here, but we just had a gut feeling that this was home, and it's proven to be. Since the 5 years that we've moved here, I've worked really hard to put down roots and give back to this little city with a big heart. I've served 2 years on the Easthampton City Arts Coordinating Committee, where I helped launch Porch Fest. I also chaired the Cultural Council, which funds projects such as the Cat Parade, which I helped co-organize this past fall. When Omar Gomez, our former Precinct 2 City Council representative, was elected as state representative this past fall, I stepped up to fill his council seat and was appointed in mid-January. From day one, I promised to be accessible and active, and I have kept that promise. I spent some long hours, both at City Hall and in my home, reading up on the city charter, rules, ordinances, learning the job, all to make sure that I could ramp up as quickly as possible to be an effective city councilor for you all. I've spent the past 10 months connecting and collaborating with my colleagues on council, school committee, volunteers, city staff, and residents, all in order to better understand your priorities so I can best show up and advocate for them. Let me tell you a little bit about Precinct 2. It is incredibly diverse. It includes the New City neighborhood where I live. New City is home to a really wonderful and vibrant mix of residents, some of whom who have lived here forever, and others who, like myself, are newer to Easthampton. It represents what it looks like to balance honoring our history here in Easthampton while also making space at the same time for new traditions, new people, and growth. Precinct 2 also includes the Ferry Street Mills, the Keystone, Brickyard, Paragon, and Eastworks buildings, the new Thick building which is coming in, Williston, parts of Main Street and Union Street, and even 50 Payson Street. So what that means is there's a really wide range of needs here in this district, and I've worked really hard to show up for all of them. I've completed the municipal leadership program. I've done ride-alongs with police and DPW. I facilitated a council on aging strategy session, met with constituents and neighbors in places as varied as online platforms, to pulling weeds, to coffee shops, even canoeing down the Manhan River. I've also advocated successfully for having closed captions be available at council meetings in order to make local government more accessible for all of us. I currently serve on the Appointments Committee, the Rules and Government Relations Committee, and the Rent Control Study Committee. I've also collaborated with almost all of my colleagues on council on various resolutions supporting the arts, education, the environment, rent stabilization, and the Easthampton TNGDI community, among others. Looking ahead for next year, my goals are to strengthen and deepen relationships with our city employees, returning and new councilors, and our new mayor, expand resident engagement, starting with a new civic engagement fair that's coming up in January, stay tuned for that, and continue advocating for issues that affect all of us, including environmental sustainability and housing stabilization. Easthampton has grown and thrived so much, even in the short time that I have had the pleasure and honor of living here. We are facing some big challenges and transitions ahead, but I'm ready to bring my experience, my work ethic, my curiosity, sense of humor, and ability to collaborate effectively, all to the good work of representing you. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you will consider granting me, Felicia Jadczak, your vote for Precinct 2 City Councilor this November 4th.